All right, let's talk for a minute about truth in advertising. A commenter on my YouTube site said of a video that we posted some time ago, the Sir Shocks-a-Lot that we did in conjunction with Pixonic. Wow, you must play in a really low league to use a robot like that with all the bad stuff. And what we're talking about is Zeus, Dragoon, Shock Train, Ion, Scourge, together on a Lancelot. This is obviously from somebody who's running 4 or 5 Spectres or whatever and can't believe that anybody would run something else. Well, the insinuation, well, not the insinuation, it was direct. You must be playing in a really low league. When I said, no, this is Champ League. I have never had a status below High Masters since the leagues were introduced. Homie said he still didn't believe, despite the date of the video, that it was possible that I had made that video in, the top league. Well, you know what I say to that? First of all, you're being an asshole. Second of all, let's do it today. You can run Sir Shocks-a-Lot in any league you want and be just fine. Why? Because Lancelot is a super tough robot, and even though you are vulnerable without your Ansel to splash damage, at 600 meters, one of these can really wipe out the opposition. So let's demonstrate that. Who knows what we'll get. In terms of the battle, I just hit the random queue to get the first available because you heard me talk for long enough. But Sergio, let's see. Anyway, you and I both know that the top leagues are populated full of Spectres and Inquisitors, and now we're seeing some Pursuers and Mercuries and some other stuff, but it's not a Lancelot's game anymore. I fully concede that, and that was the point of the article, that Lancelot had nearly become extinct, but it wasn't necessary to ditch that gunboat because he's so tough. As a matter of fact, there's one on the enemy team right there. This guy is a Scourge Dragoon Lancelot, just like I have in my hangar. And, it's going to cause some people some problems. The Hei-Chi with the Scourge, I'm not going to call it fragile because it can dash and it's got its shield. But it's, it's vulnerable to energy weapons, and that's what everyone is running. I think it's this guy who's got the Scourges and the Dragoons, and we got the far off corner shooter there trying to do what he does. Maybe I'll switch sides to go see that, whatever that guy is doing. It's a stupid name. It's supposed to read vagina, but, whatever. What's this? Is it a Pursuer on our back line? That's what they do, folks. Pursuers, they come murder your back line if you're not careful. I'm switching sides to see if we can get to Vaginator here. And there he is, right? The Dragoon, Scourge's Lancelot, and the Tulumba's Spectre hopping up on the roof. So I'm not going to be able to get down there to him, obviously, but maybe I can soften up the side of Bravo for my team. As you probably already know, I believe that the sides are where the win is on Shenzhen, Dreadnought, Dead City, the Moon. Basically any map that has a true center usually has two sides as well. I recognize that there's a Spectre behind me, but I figured I would kill this guy as quick as I could. I did not notice that the Spectre was a shock train build, but that does give me some extra time. So let's see Sir Shocks-a-Lot in action. They killed Vaginator just then. That is the dumbest name. But here's what this guy is so good at. It locks on and it hammers you while there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Yeah, they can hit me with Tulumbas, but they got to be inside 500. And look at Vaginator. You a dummy. And what we can do is pop them up into the air and deal with them. I can maybe even hit that guy, but note the damage being done. Goodbye, turkey. And of course, when you get close with Scourges, it's even more fun and games. Your Dragoon gives you some punch from 600, but your Scourges are just fine from any range, and they're just deadly wipeout stuff up close. So what I normally run these days is an Lancelot with Scourges, but the Dragoon build is just fine as long as you can maintain a safe distance and do what you do. Your enemies are going to be hurting. Now we are in possession of a good lead, so I'm hanging, which is something I don't normally do on Shenzhen, especially if all right, it's time to move. The reason I was gonna roll toward Bravo, but my team took care of business. The reason I'm sitting in the center is because my team has been really active on the sides. If my team wasn't active on the sides, I could not sit here unless I wanted to get beat. As you know, I don't like to get beat. So I don't know, that might be 4 kills with this guy. I know he had a triple kill prior to that. So that's, I don't know, Sergio, what do you think? Am I not in Champions League, or is it that this robot is way better than you may have given credit for? Here's where it's really going to shine in a one-on-one with a Heichi. The front shield is going to do just fine versus Tehran's for a little while, and it has no answer whatsoever for Dragoon and Scourges. I don't want to look to my right, but if I don't, then Bong Mel is going to kill me. Good job, fellas. All right, it is time to get off our street. A Hydra build is not going to be able to deal with you. I'm going to force the issue up front, make them come to center, make them defend Bravo and Delta. Oh, I'm sorry, we have Bravo. That Ember took a lot out of me, so the big fella's going to fall, but that's okay. I'm going to take a little damage, then I'm going to hop, hoping to survive the encounter with this Inquisitor. I need him to get out of stealth, which he did. He didn't have any health, so lucky for me, because if he has any health at that moment, I die. is it a 2-2 ball game? It's okay because we solid and I got robots left. But what I'm going to do is see if I can get the Hydra thing. Oh, he had his back to me. Oh, I can't hit him. Boo. What do I do about this guy? Nothing, because he's alone. So somebody else got him, I guess, or he destroyed himself. I guess one of my people hit him from where he was. So he had his back turned to me. Maybe then he turned it to them. But my team did all the work there. They wiped out the Reds. But let's see. We'll check out the tail of the tape. So Sir Lancelot did a lot of the pain there in a near million ball game, even with Pinoy from the Philippines not showing on my side. My counterpart running the Sir Lancelot here was running 10s and 9s, which is an effective level. He was just not real good about picking a position where he could help his team there. And as you saw, my stuff is darn near maxed except for the Dragoon. I'm not maxed here or here, nor my Tyrans, but the Bulwark and the Dragoons are as heavy as we're going to get. So, Sergio, I don't know what you just saw, but you can be dominant with the Lancelot and those 600-meter range weapons in Champion League.